Grouping is a very useful feature within Visio. It allows you to optimize your Visio and also enables you to reuse the shape data fields used in your groups. There's just one tricky part that you need to take into account. You need to link the shapes within your group to the right elements. To be able to demonstrate element grouping and using the options on the right shapes, I have created a very small example. I'm currently on the Visio of the element called Demo1, and I have two other elements, Demo2 and Demo3. The page is thus linked on to the element called Demo1. On this page, I have a group linked to the element Demo2, and within this group, I have another shape that is linked to Demo3. I have also two lines of text. The first line links to the placeholder this element. It's used within a lot of other shape data fields to reference to this element. Now, the second line is the real context of the shape. Thus, if you, for example, want to add another shape data field, parameter, and you specify a parameter ID, it will look to that element to find the right value. When you are using grouping within Visio, it's important to understand a couple of options that you can apply to a shape level. You have the no copy element property as the first option that changes the context of the element to which it's linked to. You can find a complete description here in the DataMiner help, but I will show you an example to more clearly understand what it does in the background. The other options are the force property from page, from parent, and from shape, also with an explanation in the help, but these change the placeholder context of the shape, so that this element or this element ID are changed according to which option you use within your group. Now, as I already explained, I have a couple of shapes that refer to another context. So I want to visualize that now, how we can understand this. So as a reminder, the no copy element property is used to change the element context. So if you, for example, change or want to set a parameter or read a parameter from a specific element, then you need that element context on that shape. That's what the element context is about. The this element is used in various other shape data fields, extended show and hide conditions, and all other fields. The placeholder context is changed by using the force options. So let us now apply the force property from shape and so on options on the subgroup to which the element 3, Demo3 is linked to. On the first one, we force property from shape. So what happens is we change only the placeholder context. So in fact, on all these three shapes, only the first one will change. That's very important. The context of the element won't change. That will remain the same. Now, when we use the no copy element property on the third group, on the subgroup, we will change the context of the element, but not the placeholder. That's very important to understand. So let us apply this and let's see what it gives us. So as you see, the Demo2, the element context remains the same and on the force property shape options. Now, what happens with the placeholder? This element is changed to Demo2. This is because the property is forced to take it from the shape's context. So we take it from the context of this shape, which is Demo2. When we use the force property from parent, it uses the context of the element shape of the parent group. And the parent group is linked to Demo2. So that's also Demo2. Now, if you use the force property from page, what happens? The shape, the placeholder context is forced to use the context of the card, the element card, and this is linked to demo1. So that's why this element refers to demo1. Now on the last example, the noCopyElement property is able to use or to change the elements context and not the placeholder context. So as you see, the demo1 remains the same. Now the element context is changed. Why? Because we use the noCopyElement property to say, don't look at the parents. Use the element property that is defined on this group. And this is demo3, as you see on the explanation. Now we can also use these three in combination with the noCopyElement property. And I will show you that in a minute. So now we use the force property from shape and the noCopyElement property together. So what it does is it first changes the elements context to demo3. As you see on all of the shapes, the element context is demo3. If we then use the force property from shape together with the noCopyElement property, it will take the demo3 as its context, because the shape's context is demo3. The force property from parent is not changed because the parent wasn't changed. The parent elements context is still linked to demo2. So this is why this element context is still demo2. The force property from page, this element context also does change compared to only use the force property from page, because the page is, it's just linked to demo1, so it remains demo1. And that's how you can use the combination to really use the necessary context that you really need. So just to recap, the element context is used for referencing the element description, the parameter IDs, or referencing to a table. Then you need the element context to be the same thing. If you use this element in any shape data field, you need to take the force properties into account. In this video, I showed you how you can use grouping and the necessary options to define the context of your element and your placeholders.